So, Micky, first of all, just how big was that win against Exeter going into these final three games?
Oh yeah, it was a big win for us. Because any wins at this time of the season are huge, because of you know what it's like. You're coming to the end of the season, and you know the value of the victory more than the closer you get to the end of it. So it was huge, and as I said, and it should be from game one to game 46. Every game for Tranmere should be a must win. So I didn't think it was any more important than any of the other ones, but certainly you all see the value in the way that you celebrate it at the end, because you see the size of the prize the closer you get to the end of the season. So it was great. And then obviously against a team like Exeter, who's been riding very high and would have probably went top. It was good shot in the arm for everybody.
I was going to ask you about that actually. Given the run Exeter had been on as well, just how satisfying did that make the win? And also, it showed you just how effective Prenton Park has been this season.
Yeah, we knew it was a tough game, and we knew it was going to be a tough game. But as you say, we have been a really strong force at Prenton Park. We possibly should have done better in a lot of games away from home to match that, but certainly Monday showed us really what Tranmere's all about.
That whole bank holiday or Easter weekend, rather, 4 points from the two games. Admittedly, the draw at Bradford might have had its frustrations involved with it, but how do you take that weekend in terms of 4 points from the two games?
I think before going into it, we knew that would be the minimum that we were going to have to be able to take. We always try and win both games, but when you looked at both games before we played them, we knew that they were going to both be tough. But we knew the situation that we were in, we would have to take that as a minimum, and to be able to do that was good. Then when you look back on it, you think Bradford down to 10 men and us maybe having to do a bit more. Which we, in fact, really thinking about today more. We had to do more. And the final third at the end of some of our moves, show more quality and all the rest of it. It was a wee bit disappointing that we didn't take all three in that. We would have to say that. But we, and I say we because it's all of us, went into a game against a team who was riding high and second in the league and would have went top, and to gather 3 points and a clean sheet and all the rest of it and perform the way that we did was obviously an end to a good weekend.
So in that case, the win against Exeter, did it kind of get rid of the frustration, maybe a bit of relief as well, and just getting 3 points after three draws? I know you mentioned Bradford there, but the two draws as well at Prenton Park with late equalisers, just the frustration involved with them as well to just get over the line against a good team.
Yeah, frustration and just the desire to an enthusiasm that we were looking for. We produced on the Monday. We thought that we lacked that on the Saturday, but I believe there's a lot of reasons for that. We're still we have quite an extreme group. They're very young or at the other end of their career. And when you're playing in games that you know the value of the 3 points, as I say, because you're coming to the end of the season, it takes experience or a different way of thinking that you have to learn to be able to do in order to get the best out of yourself in the games. And I think that we didn't think as well as what we did on Monday. We didn't think as well on the Saturday. So we had a good chat about that. And that's part of the young players' education and growing as footballers, is to learn how to deal with moments like that. I think we allowed it to get on top of us. We allowed different emotions to come into our game and made it very difficult for ourselves. But on Monday, we thought differently about it. We spoke to the players about it. We thought differently about the game and how they were going to approach it and playing it. And I think that showed on Monday. So hopefully that's a big learning curve for the players.
And I wanted to ask you about Chris Mary as well. How well has he done to come in and deputise for Callum McDonald, given that he isn't a natural left back?
Yeah, there's that. He isn't a natural left back at all. He showed the qualities that has made him a very, very good left back for us. But not just that, that's not really the whole story about Mary. More of the story is about how he's never allowed his head to go down, how he's constantly stayed with us and been a good teammate and a good guy. Because it's easy, and you would probably have to accept that sometimes that people's heads will go down if they're not playing, or they don't think they're playing as big a part as what they feel that they should be doing. But never once has his head dropped. He's always been a good teammate, been a good guy, kept working on his game, and he kept believing that he was going to get his opportunity. When he did, he wasn't going to let us down. And absolutely, he's went and done that for us. So delighted for him and with him for that. And the more players that a manager can have in his group that have that type of attitude, certainly the better your job will be.
And that's the togetherness needed for a promotion challenge, isn't it?
Yeah, you're never dating just with 11 players. You're going to have injuries, suspensions, losses of form, different tweaks and tactics sometimes. So you need an all-in mentality that we speak about at the start of the season, but very often you have to keep working hard with the players in order to remind them that you're always involved and you have a big part to play. But certainly he absolutely epitomises the attitude that you need in order to keep clubs moving forward.
And Callum's still got one game left on his suspension. Is it too much to say that it's now Mary's shirt to lose for the rest of the season? What's the situation like there? Have you had to talk to him about that?
Well, Callum and Kieran are still serving another ridiculous ban, so we've spoken about all that before. Listen, you've got to respect what players have done over the course of a season for you. And Callum's done fantastic. He really has. He's been great for us. There's times we'll be fit to give him a little kick as well to get him going. But I would have to be honest and say, even if Callum was available this weekend, Mary would play. Because if you don't think that it's not going to continue to keep moving your team forward, or you think it was going to weaken your team, then you would make the change. But on the performance of Saturday, Monday, the players deserve another opportunity to go and play again, because I thought that we were very good. So that's the way it would work anyway. So, and that's being respectful to the players who were suspended, but also the ones who performed the way they did on Monday.
Absolutely. And just before we look ahead to the Stevenage game, Callum McMahon as well, he's come into the fold recently, got man of the match against Exeter. Just how crucial is a player of his experience during the run? And again, he's another player that's had to wait for his opportunity this season. Yeah,
and listen, I wouldn't say anything to you that I wouldn't say to the players' faces. He's had to wait for his opportunity because he hasn't hit the levels that he hit on Monday. And that's the way that it has to be. But when Karl McMahon turns up and performs like that, he's one of the best players at the club. He's a terrifically talented player, not even proved that. He's performed in that way all his career. That's why he's had the career that he has. He's an FA Cup winner and Premier League player. And when he comes in and he performs like that, then that's exactly what we need to be able to see. But when you don't perform like that, you can't go on reputations of what we've done in the past. We have to go on what we believe that we have now, because we're trying to win games of football now, today, tomorrow, Saturday. So that's the way it has to be. So he performed brilliant, and we would hope that we have that level of performance, which he's well capable of in the next game. So we're really pleased with him and glad that he's been able to put up in a performance like that. But you have to sustain that and keep going.
And looking forward, Micky, Stevenage, Oldham, Leyton Orient. Is it easy to look at the last three games as just one game at a time, as you have done this season, or does it feel a little bit more intense with so much on the line?
I'm not really a person that looks further ahead than today. I take one day at a time.
Yeah.
I don't believe in wishing your days away or anything like that. It's just the way that I am. But when Saturday's game comes, that will be the most important game for us. And we'll take it one half at a time. We'll prepare properly. Play the first half, see how we're doing, see if we can get any information on to help the players, see if we're performing in the way that we should be performing or the way that we said that we're going to play. Then at half time, try and tidy that up. Second half out we'll go and we'll try and finish the game properly. And whatever it flings at us, we'll try and be good at it. And that will be it. I will not be thinking about anything else. Then I'll take the fallout of the game, see what I could improve the players on, see what I could have done better, staff, and continually trying to improve all the time. And it's really as simple as that. So to answer your question, it will be absolutely no problem for me to take every day as it comes and every game, every half as it comes, because that's just the way that I've learned to be.
And on Stevenage, they're the first obstacle, of course, looking to secure their safety potentially this weekend. What are you expecting, also considering that they have Mansfield on Tuesday as well? So Stevenage could also have a big say in the playoff places as well in the promotion race.
Of course, but we can't control that. So all we can do is go down there and try and be the best that we can be. And go down there and try and get a result. That's all we can control. And I believe if we do that to the best of our abilities, then we will give ourselves a good chance of getting a result at a tough place against a tough management group who will no doubt have them fired up. But I'll have mine fired up as well, like we always do. And we will look forward to the game, look forward to the battle, look forward to the fight for the 3 points. Because as you say, it's a really great time of the season, really exciting. You see the size of the prize. And it's exciting, and it's a part of the season that you should embrace and really enjoy. So we'll get down there safely. We will join the bus driver, and we will look forward to the game.
And just finally for me, Micky, team news-wise, how's the squad looking ahead of the trip south?
We've got a few bits and pieces that if the game was this evening, we would have doubts about. But like I always say, the squad is here to perform, and we will look for no excuses. And I believe that with the right mentality and attitude, I'll be able to put a team out there that will be able to represent Tranmere properly. So we'll look for no excuses, and we should be able to put out a team that we should be able to do that on Saturday.